Good evening, everyone. I'm Vishnu Akhtab, and in front of all of you, I'm presenting the Wall Street Journal newspaper headline. So, first of all, protest across Peru spur new president to move up vote. Next, FTX founder arrested in the Bahamas. Next, London exchange stake gives Microsoft foothold in finance. Next, Amgen $28 billion deal tops buying spray by drug giants. Next, divide emerges at Fed over inflation. Next, Ghoshan escape helper calls Japan detention torture. Then next on page number 2 in that US to reveal fusion energy advance. Next, China files US chip complaint with WTO. Next, Bankman Fried is arrested. Next, parents were at FTX founder rise and fall. Then on page number 3 in that Pan Am suspect would not face death penalty. Next, LA declares homeless emergency. Next, blizzards heavy snow to hit central US. Then on page number 4 in that hopes Fed to tax deal by year end. Next, exclaimer purposes funding extension. Next, Republicans say they will question Twitter. Next, the government will partially shut down starting Saturday if Congress does not act. Then next, Microsoft buys stake in LSEG. Then on page number 5 in that High Court rejects Title 9 appeal. Next, GOP senator makes bid for governor. Next, coach arrested for alleged assault. Next, monthly deficit hits a record $249 billion. Next, lyrics suit against Taylor Swift tossed. Then on page number 6 in that gap in data undercuts hate crime report. Next, sales need draw deal by Amgen. Then next on page number 7 in that China halts use of tracking app. Next, India says its force clashed with Chinese. Next, US postal services curves survey in Pacific. Next, Pakistan condemns deadly Taliban cross-border fire. Then on page number 8 in that Kiwi press to restore power. Next, Kremlin welcomes freed arms dealer. Next, police raid EU Parliament offices. Next, UN at least 3,704 children die in war. Next, three assailants killed in hotel attack. Next, Goshen Goshen case plea called a sham. Next, on page number 9, in that Iran publicly executes a second protester. Next, Palestinian teen dies in crossfire. Next, Peru's president purposes early vote. Next, migrants struggle to get jobs amid German workers shortage. Then on page number 10, in that rate hikes enter a new stage. Mariah Carey song is back. Then next, on page number 11 in that Banshees tops Golden Globes. Then on page number 12 in that Say What, how to fix hard to hear TV dialogue. Next, why heart attacks hit at holidays. Then on page number 13 in that SZ is expensive R&B written. And next on page number 14 in that Messi is embarrassing his dark side. Next, the no-name quarterback who just outplayed Tom Brady. Next, US supports IOC's aim to include Russian athletes. On page number 15 in that Joe Biden's nuclear misfire. Next, it's time to prepare for Ukrainian peace. Next, J. Edgar Hoover once more. Next, Republicans can curtail spending now. Then on page number 16 in that all Biden's climate job losers. Next, Afghan allies still need America's help. Next, Constitutions is not ambitious on legislature. Next, the new attitude forward work is not to progress. Next, an inflation target of 4% would be too high. Next, leave the loans to the banks. Next, if they leave me no choice. Next, Illinois no bail criminal experimental. Then on page number 17 in that the Twitter files revelations are instructive but not surprising. Surprising. Exaggeration of long COVID. Next, why Iran's protest could topple the regime. The next on page number 19 in that stocks rally before inflation data. Next, Twitter disbands Trust Safety Council. Next, Americans go on shopping binge in Europe. Next, slow growth unseats inflation has market worry. Next, PG&E squeeze threatens fire plan. Next, Turker is named WSJ editor. Next, insider in that business news in that Ticketmaster apologizes for to fan barred from a concert they paid to attend B2. Next, deals grill maker Weber agrees to a $33.7 billion buyout by a private equity firm B3. Next, Streetwise Blackstone fund highlights the looming risk in some private investment. Then next on page number 20, in that Bad Bunny fans get an apology. Next, Wall Street Journal taps Tucker as editor. Next, PGE fire plans faces squeeze. Next, Europe draws US shoppers. Next, listening closely, responding quickly, delivering consistently. Then next on pin number 21 in that grill maker Weber to go private in $3.7 billion deal. Next, Rivian pauses Mercedes stock. Next, Rivian posted a net loss of $5 billion in the first three quarter of this year. Then on page number 22 in that Twitter revamps subscriber service. Next, Safety Council disbanded. Next, NASA told takeover would not distract SpaceX. Next, scared stone of the southwest is on the brink of extinction. Then on page number 24 in that logistics firm Merak appoints uh, clerk CEO. Next, Thoma Bravo to take Coupa private in $8 billion deal. Next, EU delays labeling lithium key to EV batteries has toxic. Next, three top VMware executives to leave. Then on page number 28 in that Blackstone's BREIT highlights looming risk of private funds. Next, stock and bond gets diverge. Next, a small bank warn they might have to drop Zelly. Then on page number 29 in that stocks move higher. Next, some investors pull money out of Woods ARK fund. Then on page number 13 in that half price Tesla stock is now bargain. Next, treasury market throws a yield curve ball. Next, Amgen first test fix horizons growth issue. That much for today. Thanks for watching. Make a good day.